look at pictures of him, he had to wear that thong, that fucking just dish rag yanked up his balls. Just, carrying his cross like, fuck, just a rash. Some people say you should live like Jesus. Who can live? He was insane. You can't live like that. He had a weird life. I'm reading about Jesus. I have this book about Jesus. I'm going to share it with you. Okay. This is a book about Jesus. Actually, only this much is about Jesus. Only that, just that part. The rest of it is just the Jews going like, and then we walked for 50 years in the desert, and we only had a little bit of oil. It was difficult. It's fucking verbose. The Jew, look at that, just Jews. It just goes on and on. And then Jacob bought a goat, and Abraham lived to be 800. Yeah, I bet he fucking did, too. The Jews in the early chapters are all like 800 years old. And then God was like, I can't with these fucking Jews for 800 years. Heart disease starts today. So that's them, and that's Jesus. Oh, this little part is Jesus. And the weird part is it's not all, like, it's all the same story over and over again. They tell the same story about Jesus' life over again. First Matthew tells it, and then Mark is like, dude, that's not what, you're fucking drunk. Here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened. Hey, Paul, you weren't even here. Shut the fuck up. And I started reading it because I never read it. I was raised Catholic, but they don't encourage you to read in the church. They don't. They don't want you to read this. You know, Jews read this shit in Hebrew. And Baptists sit down and they read together. But the Catholics, they want you to come in the building. They want you to come in and they tell you. And you're like, can I read it? And they're like, no, I'll tell you what happened. You know, sorry, put the book down. But it's interesting because when you read the stories, you know, you think of them as lofty, kind of like, but some of them are just basic life in the Jesus life. Okay, here's one. This is when he turned water into wine. This is his first miracle. This is John chapter 2, okay? Okay, and on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Just life. Mary was a fucking alcoholic. He took her to a wedding, and there's no fucking wine, Jesus. What am I supposed to do here without wine? And he's like, Mom! Don't! Anyway, you know the rest of the story is that Jesus, he's at the wedding, they had no wine. The guy, so Jesus went to the guy running the wedding, and he was like, look in the water barrel. Like that, like a close-up magician. Why don't you take a look? Maybe it's not the Red Queen. Go ahead, flip that card over. What do you think? Told him to look in the water barrel, and he looked, and it was wine. He had turned all their water into wine. Everybody rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. It's actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed. Like, oh, thanks. That's great, Jesus. Fuck. Like Lazarus. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus comes to town and he says, Lazarus, rise. And Lazarus comes out of the tomb like, and Lazarus' wife is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But so here's a story, though, I want to read to you. This story, I've never seen it in a Jesus movie. This story is not in any movies about Jesus. And it's not, I never, until I sat and read this, I never heard this story. Because it's weird. This is the story of Jesus cursing a fig tree. Does anybody by applause know of this story? Okay, that's just enough to make it clear. This is true. I mean, it's not, nothing's true in here. But I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know. What do I know? I wasn't there. I'm just trying to make it clear that I didn't make it up. They did. But anyway, all right, I don't know. Okay, here's the story. This is Mark chapter 11. It's when Mark went broke. Okay. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem, and when he had looked round about and seen all things, and the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. See, Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem. So he went in Jerusalem. You know, you see all the shit downtown, but you don't stay downtown. You go to the Marriott by the airport. You know? That's what Bethany was. Okay? And on the morrow, when they come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came to it, if haply he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, no man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning when they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots and dead. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou dost cursest has withered away and died. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that? Hey, Jesus, you killed a tree. That's right, motherfucker. What's the fucking point to this story? What is the moral? That Jesus just killed a tree. He was hungry. He was fucking cranky. He's like, there's no figs. Fuck you, tree. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. I wanted a fig. You're fucking dead. Watch this. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just not yet. I need another week. You want fruit out of season? Go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything. You can't act like that, man. You can't act like that. You walk around acting like that, folks will nail you to a cross. That's what they'll do. They will. You gotta fucking cool it, Jesus. He got a little, you know. That's really what happened. Got a little shitty. A little big, you know. He went to Jerusalem. It's a big town for a boy from Galilee. And he didn't just walk into Jerusalem. He walked in and his friends were like, King of the Jews, y'all. King of the motherfucking Jews. The Jews didn't like that. The Jews were like, not my president, whatever, you know. So they nailed him to a cross. This is what they did. And this, the weirdest thing to me about Catholicism and all Christianity is this image. This image is the image of the biggest, most powerful religion, the cleanest religion. And it's a fucking dead guy with nails, just blood. And it's in every polite room in the world. Every nice, quiet place is a fucking Jesus. And the president and his wife, and they wear pearls, and then we always go to look at the fucking, it's just weird. Because it promotes nicely ideas like honor thy mother and thy father, because they, it's just macabre. But I love it. I love the image. I love it. I was raised Catholic my whole life. I love this image. I stare at it. Every time I go by a church, if it's open, I go in because I want to see their Jesus. They all have a different Jesus. They're a little different. Some of them he's really suffering. And some of them he's just like, oh, well. I really got myself in a noodle this time, boy. Sometimes it's just a cross, like, oh, fuck, where'd he go? Jesus got away. But they're all different. I was in a Korean church, and I saw a Korean Jesus. They had a Korean Jesus with the... Don't get mad. How else would I know? It was just, what, Korean Jesus? Ooh, whatever. Whatever. Jesus looks different. Mostly Jesus has blonde hair and blue eyes, which we know he didn't have, but that's who won everything, so they get to draw him. The truth is Jesus was black, but you don't see that often, black Jesus. Hey man, get me the fuck down from here. Whatever, all right. But everybody wants Jesus to look like them, so they draw him to look like them. That's why I don't like that he's always skinny. Jesus always railed and just fucking, I've been doing Pilates for months getting ready for this. It's not fair. You never see a fat Jesus. I never one time saw like just a fat Jesus. With like 10 nails in each hand. He might have been fat. We don't know. I'll tell you what Jesus was not, is Korean. There's no Koreans in Jerusalem in the year 1. But I was raised Catholic, and I ended up walking away from that because I didn't like it. You know why? I was on the subway in New York. This isn't another sex story. This is a traveling story. Are you ready? So I'm on the subway, and I'm standing there. I wasn't holding anything, I just like to stand like this. I'm standing there. I walk around the city like this. Hi. So I'm standing there, and from behind me over here, I hear this. I hear, and I was like, ooh, okay. This is a crazy person. I mean, it's not a big surprise in New York. Then I heard it again. I was like, all right, I want to see the crazy person. Just want to take a look. So I look over, and it's not what I expected. It wasn't a big homeless guy with 2 sets of headphones that don't work or anything like that. It was a young woman. She looked like she was about 21. She's standing there. She's very kind of nice, properly dressed. She was very, like, Michigan-y or something. Very suburban-y, Michigan-y kind of thing. And she's standing there with a ponytail. And then all of a sudden she starts going like this. She goes, la 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 la. La 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 la. And I realized, oh, she's like a student, like a singing music student. And she's doing her vocal exercises on the subway. You know what? It wasn't charming or nice. It was arrogant and rude. Because she just had this look like, I'm so cool because I'm studying music in New York City. And I just do my thing right on the subway every day. La 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 la, everybody. La 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 la, tired nurse who just did a 14-hour shift. We live in an interesting time. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God, thank you. You guys are great. Thank you. This is what I talk like now, just so you know. I'm gonna do the whole show like this. A very offensive stereotype of a Mexican. This is a Mexican at the border. Just let me in! Jesus! You guys are dicks in there anyway. Fuck you, America.
What a night! Louis C.K. back at the Garden, baby! MSG, what's up? New York City, greatest city in the world! Except to live. That is one thing quarantine reminded me. New York City apartments were not intended to be lived in. They're just like a home base to go nap, shower up, and get back out there. We just moved to Jersey. I lived here 20 years. We just moved to Jersey. Oh, wow, I never get support for Jersey. It's great. It's the first time in 20 years that my mattress does not touch 3 of the walls in my bedroom. Excellent. New Jersey gets a bad rap. I don't know why. I think we need a new slogan. My idea is New Jersey. It's not just Newark. You know what's cool about New Jersey? We've been there for almost a year, and I have not found one person attractive. So that's where I tell my friends that still live in New York City, I'm like, find your person here, fall in love here, and then move to Jersey, and you'll never cheat. That might be a better slogan. Well, let me explain who my we is. Here's my deal. Right before the pandemic, I met a nice lady on Hinge. Shout out to Hinge. We fell in love, and then we got real pregnant real quick. Yeah, this is how quick it was. At the time of the birth, we had been a pregnant couple longer than a non-pregnant couple. So, it's a strong foundation, is what I'm trying to tell you people. We have 3 therapists currently. We'd like one more. We'd like to go Monday through Thursday. But we both wanted to have kids. I know that because when we were falling in love, she told me she was about to freeze her eggs. And I'd be like, why do you want to do that? I'll knock you up right now. I was joking. It's been great, though. I've never lived with a woman before. I had heard about pillows. But I did not realize how intense the pillow game was about to get. There are more pillows in our bedroom right now than have been in all of my bedrooms in my entire life combined. There are pillows that aren't on the bed, yet there's a wait list to get on the bed. And my wife is originally from New Jersey, so it was fun to move that day. We crossed the George Washington Bridge. I looked over at her immediately. Her hair went up, her nails came out. We all got tanner. I looked back, our baby was in a full tracksuit. We're all chewing gum. I'm like, we didn't have gum. How'd you get gum? Baby has no teeth. She's just staring at me like, mwah, 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 mwah. It was at the bottom of my back. I don't know why I made her sound Italian. She is not. Italian. She's also not my wife. We're not married. We're engaged. We're really dragging our feet on this one. Thank you. But I do refer to her as my wife when we are in a good place. I call her my girlfriend when she's mad at me, and that doesn't help. No, she's Irish. She likes to drink. That stereotype is very true. I am Jewish, so I just like to watch her drink and then judge her real hard. Oh, getting a little Jewy vibe up in here. What's up, Jews? I bought my first Christmas tree as a Jew. Yeah, it's very conflicting. My parents are rolling over in their graves. They're alive. They're just Jews. They like to check out their plots once in a while. Just roll around, make sure they're getting the good soil. I am teaching my wife how to be Jewish. This is absolutely true. Before she met me, she had never returned anything. She's like, I've heard of it. It seems like too much work. Meanwhile, an art form for my people. We'll go to Dunkin', and they'll give her the wrong coffee. She will throw it in the garbage and then purchase a new one. When I wake up from my seizure, I'm like, what are you doing? Give me that. What'd you get, a medium? You're getting a large now. You want whipped cream, extra shot of espresso? You can pick out a donut, a cruller. We can go off menu if you like. I know what they have in the back. I don't even want a coffee. I'm gonna get a free one out of this. Where's your umbrella? Open that up. It's about to rain pumpkin in here. But this was my favorite. We had chairs to return to Target. And I had never seen her nervous before, all right? She was like sweating. She was rehearsing our story over and over in the car ride. She had like a reference for them to call for some reason. She's like, if it gets weird, I think my sister will back us up. I'm like, I don't know what you think we're about to do. We can just leave the chairs in the car. That's how good I am at this. Where did we get them? Target? I'll return them at Bed Bath & Beyond just for the challenge. I will bring all my coupons. They won't know what hit them. But she's teaching me too. She's teaching me how to be less Jewish, more manly. She approved this jean jacket. When we needed a bed, we went to a store and we bought one. That day, that is unheard of in my world. We went to no other stores. We didn't even call my mother. We just left with a delivery date in the book. Although when she wasn't looking, I found the same bed a little cheaper at another place. I made the first place match that price, so technically I win, even though our main therapist said it's not about winning and losing. I think we can all agree that day I was victorious. It was just that day, trust me. I'm older. I'm 13 years older. Yeah, our age difference can get bat mitzvahed. You thought I was done being Jewy, and then I Jewed you again. Age difference comes up in weird ways, though. We were at a restaurant one night, and she was like, do you know what song this is? I was like, I can't even hear a song. And I know I'm not old, but I feel like I'm too old to be the dad of a baby. Although she just turned 2. I was so nervous. Her first words were just gonna be her looking up at me, like, Grandpa? Do I have a papa? I was doing this joke for a little while because people keep asking us if we're gonna have another kid, and honestly, I don't have the ab muscles to pull out, so probably. And it is true, I don't. We just had a boy in December. Man, we didn't plan this one either. We did a wine tasting. We're just, it's gonna be tight for a little while because we didn't plan it. So they're gonna have to share a room. I just don't want to hear any complaining, ever, you know? Like, Mom, Dad, how come you didn't save money for us for college? It's like, look, if you wanted parents that were better at planning, you wouldn't be here. How about a little gratitude? But we just, you know, our daughter is feeling the jealousy. She's really jealous, so we're just trying to make her feel special still, you know. I told you she just turned 2, so I wrote her a little poem for her birthday, and I'll read it to you guys. Thank you. All right, this is a poem to Tallulah. Let me sleep. That's it. That's the whole poem right there. All right, thank you guys.
I don't necessarily agree with you, but I appreciate it very much. Well, this is a nice place. This is easily the nicest place for many miles in every direction. That's how you compliment a building and shit on a town with one sentence. It is odd around here as I was driving here. There doesn't seem to be any difference between the sidewalk and the street for pedestrians here. People just kind of walk in the middle of the road. I love traveling and seeing all the different parts of the country.
My favorite sex position. My favorite sexual position is reverse cowgirl, but I'm on top. Are you picturing it? It's good. It's really good. Nobody gets pregnant. It's a lot of fun. Do you guys think there's a God? How many of you, by applause, believe there's a God? How many people? All right, it's about 30 out of 1,400. That's nice. That's nice. That shit's over. It's just fucking over. You go to a church, it's like going to a roller skating rink on a Wednesday. It's like, this used to be something. What happened? I don't know. I don't think there's a God. And that's not a conviction. I just don't suppose. I just reckon there ain't. I reckon there ain't no Lord. And because I don't believe there's a God, I fucking hope there's not a God. I fucking hope. Oh, please. If you don't believe in God, you better fucking hope. You better get on your knees and pray. Please, God, don't be. Because that's a bad thing to be wrong about. That's a bad wrong. You're an atheist your whole life and you die and you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, you're shitting with a beard and everything. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, I'm going. Yep. Being wrong the other way is not a big problem. If you believe in God and you're wrong, you don't really have a problem. It gives you a little comfort in your stupid life. And then at the end, you're just seriously disappointed for like a second. It's the last feeling you get to have. You die, you're like, nothing? Seriously, nothing? Yeah, just get in the dumpster, sorry. Sorry, you're just garbage now. I mean, if you don't believe in God, that's what you believe, that when you die, you're just garbage. You are your family's newest garbage. My mom died last year, and we asked her, like, what do you want? Like, before she died, we didn't ask her, Mom! Mom! Fuck! I asked my mom what she wanted us to do with her body, and she said, just burn it. That's what she said. Burn it. What, in the yard with leaves? What the fuck? She didn't want a funeral, no pageantry, nothing. So she booked it herself. That was her last act as an American consumer. She went online with a credit card and she booked her own cremation. It's true. At a place called Boston Crematorium. Just this place that burns bums and dogs all day. And they just folded my mom and did a workload. We didn't even know, just this guy showed up. I'm here for you, Ma. All right, Sully, she's in there. And he went in there to prepare her. My sisters are waiting in the hall, and he was in there for a while. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying he was in there with my mom for a long time. That's all I'm saying. And also that I was worried he was fucking my dead mother. Anyway, then he brought her out in a kind of a nice bag, and he put her in a van, just his van. It was like a '98 Ford Windstar with a bottle of red Gatorade rolling around in the back. It's the last time I saw my mom. It's what she wanted. Because she didn't believe in this God shit. She just didn't. Is that too high up, do you think? Sorry, I always like to stand just a little bit wrong, you know? Just for my own entertainment, instead of staying like this. Just put it a little bit up here, just so people are like, I don't know why that bothers me. Especially if I'm somewhere I don't like being, like CVS. You know, I hate CVS. But sometimes you gotta go in there. That should be their slogan. CVS. CVS, sometimes you gotta come in here. Or else you gotta get your wart Band-Aids. And that stuff for your dry vagina. Dry vagina. I used to think it was called a vagina. I did because I grew up in Boston. And I don't know if you are familiar with, people call it the Boston accent. It's not an accent. It's a whole city of people saying most words wrong. It's just a stupidity in a massive region. Because my teachers, they teach you to talk like that. I had a teacher named Miss Doherty, but she thought her name was Mrs. Darity. She mispronounced her own name. Miss Darity. And she gave us sex ed. It was 5th grade. We had sex ed with Mrs. Darity, and she's showing us the diagram. She's like, "This is a penis, and this is a vagina. Now, during intercourse, the man ejaculates sperm up into the vagina, and then later, a fucking baby comes out of the vagina. And sometimes it's retarded." This was the 70s. Teachers said retarded in Boston in the 70s. "My daughter's retarded." She used to tell us every day. "I have a daughter and she's mentally retarded. She's 35 and she lives in my house. She better be fucking retarded. I'm gonna stick her back up in my vagina."
So I thought it was called a vagina until I was like 25. And I remember thinking it was like it's a vagina. It's like a thing that vagines, you know? Like you use it to I got a vagina in my driveway. I don't know, like, just got a vagina this new table I just made. That would make a nice table. Like you make a new table and then you take the 80 grid paper and you sand it, and then 120, and then you go, all right, honey, get up there. And she just... It's like old, like one of those Danish tables, or like a, ooh, nice old Italian table. This table is very smooth because my wife have a very juicy boozy, and she vagina the table. And my family, we do this for generations, and we vagina. All right.
Like you can do good things, or or not. You can help people all the time. You can help homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people here. There's a shitload of homeless people here. I mean, not in here. There's none in here. There's 0 in here. That's right. They can't come in here. Even with a ticket, they cannot come in here. They're not allowed in the places where we're allowed. That's what we all agree on. Everybody's like, I don't know what to do about the homeless, but they're not coming in here. They're not coming in here. They're outdoor people. They don't have... If you don't have your own indoors, you can't go in other people's indoors. They can't go where we go. There's places where you'll never see a homeless person. Like the airport. There's no homeless people at the airport. You go to the bus station, they're on the bus beside you. But at the airport, they can't even get to it. They can't even get to it. You never seen a homeless person at the airport? You never been at your gate and some guy's like, hey man, I'm trying to get to Tokyo, can you help me out? Just give me an aisle seat, brother. And they're all over the country, everywhere now. I've been on tour, I've seen them everywhere. I was in Phoenix, and it was during the summer, 120 degrees. And homeless people are just standing at the intersection with a sign, and they're just cooking. You can't even tell what race he was before it burnt off. And he's holding a sign that says, help, I'm on fire. But you're like, you're in a white BMW, like, I can't, sorry. There's glass here. I can't help because of the glass. And even here you drive by them. In New York, you walk right by them. So in New York, they're right there. They're in your space. They're in your world. And you got to make a choice. Every couple of blocks, you got to make a choice. You going to help or not? You got to keep shooting. Now, you got to put a limit on it somewhere because you're not going to help all of them. And you're not going to help any of them, really, with a few bucks. But there's always that, like, there's a homeless guy who lives, he doesn't live anywhere. But, I mean, he's, by definition, he's at large. But he's often seen. He's always on the corner by my house. Same guy, every day. And I walk past him every day on the way to the store. I go to the same store every day. I go to Claire's. I don't know if you know Claire's. It's a jewelry store for children. I go there every day. I buy a handful of scrunchies and I run home. Everything else I buy online. Anyway, when I walk by this homeless guy in the morning, he always goes, hey, man, can you help me out? And I go, sure, I give him $5. Then I go to the store. 5 minutes later, I walk by, and he says, hey, man, he doesn't remember, which is fine, but I don't want to give him another $5, you know? Because I only have a few million. I don't know why. I don't know why. I clearly should. I don't know what makes me go, You had your $5, young man. What am I going to spoil him? Well, you know, sexual perversion is a problem. You can't stop it. People got to do what they got to do, and you know, this country's pretty perverted. I mean, we have to jack off to everything. There's nothing that just gets. There's not like sex and then everything. Sex isn't everything. You watch the news and there's a woman like telling you, and in Libya. I'm like, yeah, well, tell me about Libya. Fucking tell me about Libya. Say Libya again. Come on, fucking right up to the screen, my flat screen. Come on, say Libya again. It should just be a person in Libya, whatever. Why does it have to all be so sexualized? And music, like everything like every musician is attractive. Isn't that a weird coincidence? That everyone who can play music also looks good? I would have thought there'd be like one ugly guy with a guitar who would be amazing, but fucking zero. And there's like teen pop idols who are children. And they're on TV like going, It's a kid. And folks are jacking off to them. Folks. Just folks are jacking off. Well, folks are jacking off to the girls on TV. Some of them are really young. I can't think I don't know their names. I don't have that knowledge anymore. I'm too old. Britney Spears is like, when I think of a teen idol, is Britney Spears. That's how old up, because she's my age now. That's how long ago that was. She caught up to me. When I was 35, she was 18, and now we're both 44 years old. So that's how little I know about who these people are. I was thinking the other day, what if there was a baby who was born, and there's been a lot of fucked up babies. There's all kinds of babies born. There's been babies with, you know, connected at the face to a dog or whatever. There's been babies with 3 legs, with hands on them. There's been Chinese babies. That's the worst thing I ever said. I think I just finally said the worst thing I have ever said. That was totally unredeeming and horrible. And it feels good. It feels good to have found the bottom. It's a comfort in knowing that I just said the worst thing I'll ever say in the rest of my life. It's good. All right. Yeah, I'm not a good guy. I am not. I wish I was a good